It's 3:17 a.m. You stare at a ceiling that's more expensive than most apartments. 5 companies in your name. 3 private jets warming up in hangars. 4 mansions you can't remember all the rooms in. More money than 10 lifetimes stacked together. And yet, you haven't slept in 3 days. Silence is loud. The house makes small mechanical noises. Your mind makes louder ones. This is the beginning. This is the cold open of the life everyone envies. You know how the story looks. Drone shots of glass and marble, a supercar growling into sunset, a private island bathed in golden light, headlines calling you a legend, profiles that end with, "He had it all," a business empire stitched across time zones. Everyone wants your autograph. Everyone wants a photo. They want to be you. But the cameras stop at midnight. The curated life has a back door. You walk rooms built to impress guests. Nobody knows what happens after midnight. Money is a magnet. It pulls things in you never wanted. Questions arrive like uninvited guests. Can I trust my CFO? Is someone siphoning millions in a quiet spreadsheet? Who's flattering me because of my bank balance? Who's flattering me because of me? Paranoia tastes like black coffee at 2 a.m. You replay conversations. You read loyalty in tiny cues. You chart betrayals in the margins of contracts. Every handshake is a risk assessment. Every smile, a potential short. The mansion is silent. Your mind is not. Tomorrow morning, a single signature breathes life or takes it away. You will tilt a scale that holds 40,000 people. Offices in 6 time zones. Factories in places you've only seen on maps. Stock value bouncing like a heart monitor. 1 clause, 1 paragraph. You imagine the boardroom, bright lights, cold air, an empty chair where a CEO used to sit. You picture the headlines if you're wrong. Thousands lose paychecks. Families lose security. Communities ripple out. The weight of a pen becomes heavier than any briefcase. You pace until the floor knows your souls. You calibrate risk like a pilot fighting turbulence. You think of lawsuits, layoffs, reputations burned. Decision fatigue is its own disease. The very thing you built could unravel from one misread number. Success makes you indispensable on paper. In reality, it makes you a resource. People call with agendas. Investors, lobbyists, old friends, new charities. Every call has an ask. No one calls to ask, "Are you okay?" You wake to calendar invites, breakfasts staged to secure a deal, dinners that are negotiations in soft lighting, requests stack up like invoices, favor for favor, information for introductions. You wonder if tomorrow everything vanished, who would pick up the phone? Would your voice be a priority or a curiosity? You test loyalty with small gestures. Few answers are solid. Most are transactional. You begin to see relationships as ledgers. That realization is colder than any winter you've flown away from. Walk through the house at 4 a.m. Touch leather that cost a month of salaries. Look at art that outlived its painter. Open a safe with things people would die for. You measure life by assets. But tonight you feel a strange emptiness. You don't miss a convertible. You don't ache for another property. You miss quiet that's not surveilled. You miss a call that isn't a pitch. You crave peace more than profit. All this abundance reveals what money can't buy. Solace. Trust that isn't a contract. Sleep that doesn't come with a blackout curtain. You realize you've been buying comfort and renting peace. Luxury cushions the edges of loneliness, but doesn't erase it. Fear, finally, unmasked. It isn't lust for more. It's the terror of losing everything you built. You lie awake imagining dominoes falling. You picture partners doubling down on blame. You picture employees watching their livelihoods evaporate. The fear is ethical and existential. You wrestle with responsibility. You ask yourself, did you build something to serve people, or something that serves your ego? You remember promises you made. You remember faces in break rooms. You remember a kid who needed a scholarship because a plant closed. Those memories press harder than profit margins. Morning will need that signature. You will enter a room full of smiling professionals. You will sit under a light designed to flatter skin tones. You will sign, or you will wait. Either choice will echo. You rehearse answers to questions you hope never get asked in public. You craft calm for the cameras. You practice compassion for the people who count on you. Decision-making becomes moral triage. You balance spreadsheets against human stories. You learn the strange arithmetic of power. There is a cost to everything you gained. Privacy is taxed. Sleep is a casualty. Trust is rationed. You acquire an empire and also inherit its ghosts. Every success brings a ledger of obligations. You begin to see wealth as a set of responsibilities, not only privileges. You start to wonder who you are under all the titles. Are you the founder, the father, the friend, the symbol? Which one deserves the truest version of you? At 5:59 a.m., you make a slow, private promise. Not to yourself, exactly. To the people whose names you might never hear. You will try to be less careless with the power you hold. You will try to sleep better, not by buying a new mattress, but by shouldering less needless fear. You will surround yourself with truth, not proximity to yes men. You will learn to accept that some things are outside your ledger. You'll appoint guardians for the parts of your life you can't watch all night. It's both strategy and surrender. People think you stay awake because you want more. Sometimes you stay awake because you have too much to lose. Wealth buys a fortress. It does not buy inner peace. You close the safe, dim the lights, and for a moment, brief and fragile, you breathe. Not because you fixed everything, but because you chose to carry the weight differently. Fade out. End on a single truth. Comfort can be purchased. Peace must be practiced.